Forum in Champlin for CTN's live coverage of the 2025 Girls High School Hockey Season Opener as the River Cities Blades welcome the Eden Prairie Eagles. Joe Young along with Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant for tonight's event, and very excited as the formerly Champlin Park Coon Rapids program has rebranded itself as the Blade.
Yeah, I mean, can you say it's a new beginning? In a way it is, but in a way it isn't. A lot of the same players from a year ago, so obviously same coaching staff, but a new look, a new image for the River Cities Blades, and it should be a fun one tonight, Jerry.
Yeah, it should. Well, and we talked a little bit about this before the game. They did lose Lily McKenzie.
Yes.
That's 43 points.
Huge.
However, when you look at what came back, you've got Semling with 48 points last year and Bernovic with 43.
Yep.
So those two are definitely the ones they'll lean on for scoring this year, but we'll see if some of the other players can chip in, as Bowden had some good points last year as well. We'll just see how that all balances out today. I'm interested in the goaltending, new goaltender.
Yeah, the challenge for the Blades, Joe, is I think they're going to be their defense and their goaltending.
Well, always a lot of question marks when you start a new season, but no question to the excitement surrounding what they return. June Semling spent a lot of her summer trying out for the United States U18 team and did well in her tryouts, brings that experience back to a new season. Sid Bernovic trying to close it out. She finished last year 120 points for her career so far, and chance right off the bat, she's got a goal! Semling to Bernovic out front. She spins and scores just 22 seconds into the new season.
Well, guys, we say we're going to be talking about these two players all season long, like you mentioned.
Yeah. Well, Sydney, what she did really well is she was able to keep her body position. She held that, and she just spun around, and very tough for any goaltender when a player spins and shoots at the same time, and she found the corner, and it's 1-0. It's the way to start. Your first shot on goal goes in.
That's always nice.
Especially when it's in the house.
Pass off the boards, just out of the reach for Easton. She chases it down, pressures along the boards, comes back out. Turned around at the blue line. And comes right on back to Lexi Solomon and plays it around far side. Bowden picks it up. Pass out front, misses everybody off the far boards and out to center. Tracked down in her own zone by Pottinger, who gets things turned around for the Eagles. Solomon again, slowed along the end boards, taken off of her stick. Maybe had tried to play it out front. Knocked back behind. Abramson bumped off of it. River City's able to recover and pass it out of the zone with speed at center. It's flipped in by Bella Lindquist right on goal, and it's covered up there for a face-off in the Eagles' end.
Well, Bella Lindquist transfer from OPC that get an opportunity to get a nice player in here, add to this program.
Yeah, we talked about some of the new players that are able to come into the lineup, and that's certainly that helps you out when you lose some good players from last year on defense.
Well, your goal
scorer and all goalies.
Well, and your goaltender is really been in this program 4 years, so she's got the experience there, and their defense probably is the strongest part of this Eagles squad.
Pass from behind the net was just out of the reach of Avery Anderson. Long pass goes through everyone, but icing waved off as Penny had it bounce off of her stick. She recovers, stops up in the near corner. Reverses for the Eagles. That's broken up along the boards by June Semling, fresh on the ice. She brings the forecheck. Eagles will break it out near side. Semling able to keep it in at the blue line. Bouncing puck. Bernovic pushes it in deep, recovers. Backhanded pass out front. And just unable to do anything with it was Anna Pitson. Circles, trying to get it back across. And now just tips it to Semling. Semling working in the corner, makes a couple of players miss. Draws a penalty. And lays on top of the puck. Finally, Eagles able to touch it up. And the Blades, their first opportunity on the power play.
Well, that
in
first
the 25
line,
season.
Yeah, that first line is already causing problems for Eden Prairie. They get the puck in, and They just cycle it around, Howie, and they're not able to take it away from them because there's good speed and good power by those forwards.
Yeah, when I talked to Coach Persia, he was very concerned about this first line, especially those two young ladies and what they bring to the table and how good they are and how they always have to make sure there's somebody on them and not let them get open looks.
Bernovic wins the draw. Out at the point is Bowden. Leaves it for Pitson. And here's Bernovic in the middle. Semling on the left circle. Top of the circle, shot deflected and misses wide. Recovered by Oswegan. Drops it back in the corner for Semling. Semling near side. Anna Pitson into the corner. She'll back it out up top for Semling. Semling looking through a screen. Will shoot, glove save. And the hold.
Yeah, we talked about this, Joe, to start the game. People don't realize sometimes this is an Olympic rink. And Eden Prairie is chasing people all the way out to the walls. So that's going to open up some space in the middle on the power play. So the Blades have to see that and find a way to get that puck to the open ice.
Yeah, you would know. You spent a little time in this arena, haven't you?
I spent a few years here. Long time
Bowden
ago.
threw a screen. That didn't make it through to the net. Bernovic keeps it in at the point. Backhanded in deep. Oswegan moves it along. Pitson out of the corner. Out to the point. Bernovic will walk in. She'll shoot. That one's deflected wide. Oswegan able to win and recover. Centering pass went off a skate. And that gives the Eagles an opportunity to clear the rink.
Well, good patience on the power play. Just like to see him get the puck to the middle.
Semling gaining speed out of her own end. Enters. Top of the circle. Shot is blocked. Bouncing around in a dangerous area. Swatted at. Semling recovers. Shields it with her body. Circles back in tightest shot off the shoulder. Rebound recovered again. This time by Bowden. Semling trying to get it back to Bowden. That one played out. And circling with it is Alford. Alford, a shot right on the save and the hold for Riley Lorton. And she has seen a fair amount of activity already in this opening 5 minutes.
Yeah, 7 shots already, and that's a lot of action. Again, good work down low. Once they get the puck, cycle it, move it around. Howie, they're getting good opportunities.
Well, Coach Gutty said, the strength of this team is obviously up front, and they're going to have to be that way all year long. They're going to have to score goals, he feels, in order for them to be as successful as he knows they can be.
Mm-hmm.
Alford plays it to far corner. Charbonneau able to recover. Now gets it back along the boards. Alford near side, right into the midsection of Lorton, and she will hold on.
A lot of shots, just hitting the goaltender. The goaltender doing a good job, not allowing any rebounds, Howie.
Right.
Well, she's tracked the puck really well through traffic. River Cities has done a nice job of getting bodies in front of her and trying to take away her eyes.
Yeah, they're pressuring her, guys, and she's standing pretty tall up to now.
Yeah.
Top group out again. Long shot through traffic. Pad saved by Lorton. Long rebound taken by the Eagles, and they skated out to center. That's one way to relieve the pressure. Bernovic breaks the puck free, but it's kicked back in deep. Oswegan recovers. Back behind, out of the reach of Anna Pitson. Or Olivia Pitson, rather. This is Anna Pitson. Trying to play it one touch off the boards. It's intercepted and dumped back in deep by Danny Bukovic.
Yeah, right idea, man. Just take another second, and then you have more time to make that pass.
So 6 shots on the power play, but no goals. They remain up 1-0, just over 6 minutes into the contest. 5 minutes into the contest. In the 6th minute, as it were,
there you go,
of the season. You don't get started much faster in the season than 22 seconds.
No.
Yeah, always a nice way to start your season off with a quick goal like that.
Eagles, first zone possession shot, didn't make it through, rebound chance, and a good job tracking and coming out to make the save for Gianna Eckel.
Yeah, good job. She stood tall there. That first puck kind of bounced around in all the traffic, and luckily it took a little hop because otherwise that shooter had a little more open net to shoot at. So that extra second, she'd be able to get back in position and
Yeah, you
make a
love
save.
to see the shots being blocked, but sometimes it can backfire against the goaltender who has really reacted to it. She was able to track the rebound. That's the first shot. Here's the second, and the Eagles have evened it up.
Oh, they got that celebration right on the crease. I like that, huh? Well, that was happening because they were able to let her walk right down into the front of the net without any challenge there, and be able to sneak that one in. So their first shot, however, their second, right?
Their second shot. Yep.
Almost had their first shot in.
That's a big goal because they needed. They've been outplayed so far here in this first period, but that's the one weakness that the coach was talking about is that it's going to be a work in progress for our defense. This season.
Buchanan right back in on the attack. It's a deep Alfred. Buchanan fired up, gets the goal, right back in on the attack, getting the possession set up, causing some trouble on the forecheck. Finally, Marissa Peterson able to get it out to center for River Cities. Eagles throw it right back in. On it is Elva Krog trying to play it out front. A couple of Eagles collide along the end board. Centering pass at the back door. Turning shot is blocked. Another chance. That's deflected wide. Ends up in the corner. So one poked back down deep. Swung around.
Yeah, pinching hard. Got to know that. Going up the wall. Going to try to find the middle.
Alfin fires it around. This is going all the way down. It'll be icing, but the Blades needed fresh legs. So not a bad decision at all for the junior defender.
Yeah, that's right. Well, as you said, Howie, the challenge is going to be to find depth in this team. There's a lot of good players on the team, but you got to find depth because when you start getting up against teams like Eden Prairie, not a bad outfit out here so far tonight. You've got to have some depth.
Couple of bodies hit the ice as they battle for the puck off the face-off draw. Bernovic comes in support, cuts off the Eagles forechecker, but puck still bouncing free. Bernovic trying to recover. She's bumped off of it.
Physical all of a sudden here.
Centering attempt broken up by June Semling. Semling on her backhand, able to sweep it to the line, but not out. Played right back in deep. Whereas Swegan recovers behind her own net. Off the boards for Pitson. It eludes her. Turned around quickly by Genevieve Streed into the zone. Came Presley Pauling, and then things slowed down. Blades able to settle it, recover. Semling looking cross ice for Bertovic. Cuts back to the center, enters the zone, stops up, takes a check. And that is going to be the second penalty of the game already for the Eden Prairie Eagles. Another opportunity with the advantage for the River City squad.
And in boys hockey, that was a beautiful check out. Stood her up nice from the shoulder.
Absolutely. Well, not in this level, but another opportunity for the Blades on the power play. They had 6 shots on goal in their first opportunity, and they really did a nice job of dominating down in the Eagle end. They're looking to do the same here on their second opportunity.
Yeah, they found the points quite a bit. Those points have a little room. They can keep walking lower. There you go.
Top group starts out on the bench. That shot fired over the crossbar by Bella Lindquist. And he was able to play it all the way down, bounces back out front, and a great chance shorthanded for Allie Dahl, but a huge save for Eckel. Little luck involved.
Lively board on that one.
Don't let that happen again.
No, that was a coach's nightmare.
Easton trying to gain possession along the board, swings it back for Lindquist. Lindquist waits. Alphin out of her reach on the backhand. She pokes at it, keeps it in the zone. Trying to get it deeper was Solomon. Solomon a chance. That shot is blocked into the corner. She recovers out to the point for Alvin. Alvin to Solomon in the corner. Walks. Shoots off the side of the net looking for the tip by Oswego. Good pinch there by Alvin. Solomon another chance. That one turned away by Lorton.
Oh, that's good job holding the puck in so far for the second unit.
Abbott swings it around for the Eagles. Clearing attempt, won't make it. Bernovic walks the line. Plays a little catch with Anna Pitson. Here's Semling. Wrist shot misses wide, and that's going to clear the zone and allow the Eagles to get some new players out to get a half a switch as Bernovic Attacks with speed down the left wing. Stops up. 22 seconds left on the power play. Walks in. Her shot didn't get through. Blocked to the corner and then cleared out by Dahl. Opportunity again for Eden Prairie, shorthanded. Allowing Katie Petrie to just walk down the middle.
Oh. Well, good penalty kill that time. They're much more aggressive than the first one. They started putting pressure on pucks.
Well, they needed to because they didn't do that on the first opportunity by the Blades, so they had to come back and make sure that they did apply that pressure and be aggressive.
They had the only real scoring chance of that penalty because of the weird bounce, and then they equaled them in shots. Actually outshot them 2-1 during the shorthanded effort.
Yeah,
so Eden Prairie gaining a little momentum now that they've got this game tied a little more than midway through the first period at a goal 22 seconds in by Sydney Bertovic. The equalizer unassisted by Anika Buchanan.
An incidental collision at the top of the blue line. Someone's down for the Eden Prairie team. That was a accidental thing where people just collided and both turned into each other.
Avery Anderson able to skate away unscathed, but
hopefully you can't see the number from here. Hopefully she's okay. A little slow to get up.
And here comes a trainer, so they'll figure it out. I got the wind knocked out of her, I'm guessing, because it was pretty much a collision there, shoulder to shoulder, body to body. That hurts.
And as we always talk about, I hate to see any athlete in any sport miss any part of the high school experience.
Not at all. But yeah, that does leave a mark, tendency to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, it's bad enough. First you get a collision, then you land on the ice, which is hard as well.
You know, talking to Coach Gutty, I said, first game of the season, what do you want to see? What do you want to see from your girls? I just want to be aggressive. I want to see a lot of energy out there.
Yeah.
And they did scrimmage up in Grand Rapids last Saturday,
that's a good
where
place
they outplayed all their opponents, but only scored 5 goals in 4 games.
Oh, really?
So that's going to be the challenge too, is to put the puck in the back of the net.
That is.
Well, and that was coming in. One of the things they did lose Lily McKenzie. They lost Nola Milton and Taylor Zahalka, who were in that top 6 in scoring last season as well. But they bring back a lot. June Semling, first player with 50 plus in a season since the co-op, and again coming off that summer experience. You got Sydney Bernovic, outstanding, and then you look at Eden Prairie. Eden Prairie had a lot of promise with some 8th graders, an 8th grader leading their team in goals and total points. And then a pair of 8th grade twins who also factored into the top of the scoring, including a defender as an 8th grader who was 4th or 5th on the team in scoring. Finished with 6 goals, 8 assists. All 3 are gone. So they lost a lot.
Did they end up going somewhere else?
Other places.
Oh. Yes, other places that
NIL
are very
money?
successful programs.
In relatively close proximity to the Eagles' home.
Neighbor. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the way it is these days.
Some of those games you don't want to skip.
Yeah,
so.
and Coon, I was going to call them Coon Rapids.
Yeah.
Or Champlain Park.
Or the Blades.
But they're River Cities.
Yeah. Call them the Blades.
The Blades have benefited from a couple of girls coming into their program
absolutely
this year. And certainly the biggest question mark in the offseason was going to be their goaltending situation. Maddie Wastrel had been the starter for the last number of seasons.
Stellar.
And then she and
Lund
Grace
actually
Lund
did a nice job when Wastrel was hurt last year.
Yeah, they split last season almost 50-50.
Okay. Yeah.
They're checking her arm.
Yeah, it's like maybe she had a little shoulder arm issue there. Hopefully it didn't get broken.
Let's hope not.
But there was a little bit of speed involved when they made that turn into each other, so that was a good collision.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
did
we
not.
can't see it on the replay. We don't have replay capacity tonight. The replay machine is down.
It's kind of the way when you met your wife, you just fell for her instantly, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely did. As I heard you did.
Yeah, what's that?
I heard you did the same.
I did. Not for your wife, but
yeah, well,
for my wife.
Thank God. Yeah. That'd be news to me.
So
It'd be
it
news to my
does
wife
look
as
like
well.
she.
Yeah,
It's the right arm, and we certainly hope that she is going to be okay.
Yeah,
She's
that's
even
tough.
a little wobbly too. She might have
hit her head on the ice as well.
Yeah, you get a couple people helping her back to somewhere to sit. Well, okay, well, we're back to it. Shots 10-4, but score tied. Good pressure again. Even Prairie has decided to pressure the puck.
Semling can't slip between a couple of defenders. Scooped up by Alphen. Pitson now into the zone for the Blades. Squeezes between a couple of Eagle players. Leaves it back for Brnovic. Brnovic spins back to the corner. Support comes from the Eagles. They play it toward the net. Semling just chops at it. But Lofton had the net well covered. Chipped in on the backhand by Jordan Elverkrog. Behind the net, June Semling. Semling's pass hit a skate, glove down by Alphen. Chipped it again by Elverkrog, but River City's able to play it all the way down. Icing waved off as the Eagles recover behind their own net. Pass deflected out to center. Brnovic recovers in her own zone. Tried to reverse. That's going to get you a penalty each and every time. Kylie Oswego is going to the box. First infraction against the Blades. And first chance for the Eagles with the advantage. An opportunity to take a lead here late in this first period.
Yeah, well, again, the whole game has changed a little bit here since Eden Prairie decided to get more aggressive. They're really getting after loose pucks. They're pressuring the Blades, and the Blades are not handling it very well sometimes. They're not finding the way to make a clean exit pass out of their zone, and that gets you eventually, and now we have a penalty here.
Jerry, when I talked to head coach Steve Persian of the Eagles, he said one of the keys for them is heavy offensive zone presence. In fact, we're gonna hold them accountable to be aggressive.
Yeah.
And he said, and also get inside and get good looks.
Right,
so you look at them doing that here as this first period winds down.
Absolutely. But the one thing, Joe, last year that was very much a weapon for the Blades was their penalty kill, because they're dangerous.
They have been ever since Coach Gutterman came in. They like to be aggressive. They've got speed, and they use it. Abbott from the point. Rebound sent just wide.
A little bit of a pick up top that didn't get called.
Elverkrog playing it across. And kind of a late stick in by Peyton Penny, and a little discussion in the crease.
No, it was three quick shots, so now we know what their power play is going to do. They're just going to fire it.
And that's what they do, be aggressive and get inside and just fire away at the goal.
Shoot and crash.
Yep.
Power play 101.
Off the face-off, Abbott plays it down. Elverkrog in the corner. She's pressured. Swings it down low for Petrie behind. Back up top, Abbott. Out of the reach. Petrie to the front, tipped, scrambling for it and able to dive on top is Eckel. And able to get everything to stop.
Wow. Joe, it's like we went back 15 years. I actually see an overload power play. It's working for him. Sometimes the bumper's hard to run. The overload's pretty easy.
But a pretty simple concept. When you get it, throw it at the net, especially from odd angles.
Yeah.
Bounces happen. We've got bodies there. Pucks and bodies to the net. An opportunity, a shot, the save, and a bouncing puck corralled by River Cities, and they're able to clear it all the way down. June Semling gives chase, gets there first. Semling along the end board, can't keep control, but able to regain it. Has Bernovic out front. Bernovic, and that just
right
wasn't
away.
clean as she knew Sid was coming.
Yep.
This one chipped in deep by Grace Spa. Spa able to hold the zone again. And Bernovic fires it in. Oh, and they called it 5 minutes. I didn't notice that it was a major.
Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, they
either
called
till
it.
that.
He
A
said
check?
boarding.
Boarding in the middle of the ice. Okay. Well.
And, well, the call was along the boards, and it was boarding.
Yeah,
But I
okay.
thought it was 2 minutes, and they
Well,
got Oswego
all right.
up for
Well,
a.
how about that? Goodness sakes. I guess got to pay attention. It's our first game, too.
I was going to say, it's our first game as well.
I would have expressed my displeasure with the severity of that call. It was from behind. It was in a dangerous area, but it was not with malicious intent, and it was not with significant force whatsoever. It was a larger player pushing the back of a pile around the puck.
Yep.
And I agreed. It's going to be should be a
2.
2-minute penalty 100% of the time, but that should not be a 5-minute penalty. And this fans roughly somewhat educated opinion.
Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, we hear you.
In your 50 years of hockey experience.
Yes. Down the drain.
Well, and calls surrounding that type of play
Yeah.
have significantly changed, especially over
Right.
the last 15
for player
years.
safety, for sure.
And they should.
Yep.
As I mentioned, as soon as it happened, that's going to get you a penalty 100% of the time. Going back door, and good pressure to lift the stick from Olivia Pitson, but that one may have ended up into a wide open net. Elva Krog behind her own, behind the net, plays it out front, stick save, rebound, controlled by Anna Pitson, and she's on the charge to the other end.
And there we get players out. Well, only 2 players out there for the Blades for a second.
Yeah, it's not. You're already a player short.
Just
Pitson
short
just
yourself 2
bucking
more.
things up down there.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem when you have a 5-minute penalty
Yeah.
to it. Sometimes the rotation gets off.
Yep.
Well, and these two have done a great job, Pitson and Bella Lindquist, of maintaining offensive zone forecheck pressure and keeping them bottled up. And now Semling fresh off the bench. 80 seconds to go in this major penalty. She'll play it in deep, and Bernovic will get there to recover. She'll play
had her,
keep
huh?
away.
Yep, just cycle around.
Shoveled in on the backhand by Solomon. The Eagles finally gain control. Able to avoid a stick check is Elva Krog, and she gets it into the zone. Sorry, that was Peyton Ishog. Nice job trying to tuck it away out front as she went behind the bench.
Yeah, nice rush.
Bukovic plays it down low. Buchanan can't handle. River City's able to clear. We're into the final minute of this first period. 30 seconds left on the major penalty to Kylie Oswego. Pressure provided by June Semling. Eagles will break out on the right wing. Good stick by Callie Alford, using the blue line to her advantage. Prevent that entry. Bukovic. Shot blocked. Bounce chance
Great
also
job.
blocked, and that one's cleared, and that'll do it
Great
for the
penalty kill.
last few seconds.
Yeah, you kill off 5 minutes.
Yeah,
That's,
no,
quite a
absolutely.
task.
Four shots on that 5-minute power play, and 3 of them probably in the first 45 seconds.
Numbers.
Elva Krog's been everywhere.
Yeah, she's been good.
Trying to get that one away before the buzzer blocked to the corner. But early on, it looked like River Cities was destined to be dominant, but the Eagles have soared right back and have gotten some of the wind beneath their wings heading into the first intermission. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second period after this. You're watching the girls' high school hockey season opener on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected. And we look forward to 10,000 more.
Back at the Ice Forum in Champlin. Season opener for the River Cities Blades. The inaugural season after coming up with the rebrand. And they got it started great. 22 seconds in, Sidney Bernovic put them on the board. Eden Prairie, though, tied at the 5:45 mark on a goal by Buchanan. And it really was a River Cities game for the first couple of minutes, and Eden Prairie game for the majority or the bulk of the rest of the period.
Yeah, I thought Eden Prairie took over the game a little bit more as it wore on that first period. They had that 5-minute power play, did a nice job getting some shots, not as many as they wanted, of course, but the Blades did a good job killing that off with good pressure. But Eden Prairie, after that first goal, they kind of woke up and started playing better, Howie.
Well, they were much more aggressive after that first goal, and that really was the key for them, controlling that first period, even though the Blades outshot them 10-7.
Face-off win right to the stick of June Semling. She gains speed through center, trying to cut back front, tipped off her stick, recovered by Bernovic, lost it in the water along the boards. Petrie recovers for the Eagles, plays it behind for Bukovic. She's pressured, got it right back. And a good stick coming in from the point by Avery Anderson, by Kylie Oswego to keep it in deep.
Yeah, good play by Oswego.
Petrie spins to catch the puck, and they are in offside.
Yeah, I like to see defense using those lines like you like to see a Joe, where Oswego was able to use the blue line, rush up, get to that loose puck, keep it in. Try to hold the zone whenever you can.
So lines are your friends.
Yeah, Jerry, you've been a head coach. What do you tell your girls between that first period if you're the Blades?
Just keep moving.
Yep.
You did a lot of nice things. Just keep getting shots, and just keep working to help each other out, support each other, and then just keep playing hard like you are.
I mean, they know they have the talent, obviously. So.
Yeah, I mean, they had a good period. They
Yep.
just only had one goal. But first period of the
Puck
year
was
is
just
always
left
an
on the
interesting
tee
one,
for
right?
Genevieve Streed. She fired it, but right into the mitt for Gianna Eckel.
Yeah, shots are tightening up. Still getting used to this blade thing.
Yeah, it's going to take us a little while.
Yeah.
This was deflected up and out of play.
I do
We'll
like
try
it.
again in the left corner.
I like it better than the Bluebirds, that's for sure. The Blades.
The Blades.
Yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah, it's a lot to say River City's Blades, but however, if you just call them the Blades, I like the Blades.
Yep. They're now hereby known as the Blades.
It's fewer syllables than is Coon Rapids Cardinals.
Yep.
They like them apples.
I like them.
Tessa Bowden tracks it down back in her own end, trying to avoid a stick check. Sweeps it ahead, and it's sent along into the zone by Lindquist. Eagles get there first. Penny plays it around. Held at the line, jammed at there by Solomon. Sent back in deep. Bowden on the pressure. Comes up with the puck. Bowden off the boards, out to the point for Alphen walking in. She had it stripped, spinning to the neutral zone as Claire Soley. She had it tipped away. Great recovery by Lexi Solomon to break out, to bail out her defensive partner, who got caught being a little bit aggressive at that blue line. And it's such a huge benefit to know that you have a partner who will back you up and allows you to gives you that opportunity to be aggressive at that blue line.
That's true.
Alphen able to skate it back out to center, but it comes free. Abbott will track it down for the Eagles back in their zone. Gets it ahead to Pauling. Pauling's pass went off the stick, turned over as Swegan Recovers it off her own skate, plays it indirect out to center, turned right back in by Pauling. First one there is Grace Spa. She sends it around and out. This one is going to go all the way down, right on Lorton.
Interesting way to stop the puck by
Yeah.
the goalie. Open your body all the way out of the
You got to
net
be
using your
careful.
stick. Yikes. That'll get the coach's blood pressure up.
Yeah, being extra careful to prevent the weird ones is always preferred in that
Yes.
situation. Again, my humble opinion.
It's good. A squeak and getting on her forehand, putting it back down. That's the right way to go.
Brnovic sets up behind the net. Lost the handle a bit, and it was jumped on by Bukovic. Oswego pinches down and holds it along the near boards. Oswego battling. Sends it toward the net, sticked away by Lorton. Played off the boards and out. This one was touched, so no icing, and good hustle to get there first by Spa. Spa.
Whoop.
Pinched off of it, reversed, but held at the line. A deflection out front and a huge save for Echo at a big time. Stretch pass was broken up by a good stick. Semling continues to pressure Ishak behind the net. Those two go down in a tumble. More bodies falling. Good offensive pressure along that end line by Caitlin Easton. Really excited to see her progress. Smaller figure on the ice, but she plays with a lot of fire. That shot right on, and I think Lorton thought she had it, but it skips away.
Yeah, and they were fortunate that there wasn't a Blade player right there on that side of the net. That rebound left it wide open.
Lindquist behind the net, out to the point.
Delayed
Olivia
call.
Pitson at the blue line and couldn't quite hold.
Oh, well. Can't argue. Referee's right on the line.
Yep,
It was close,
she had a good look at it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a good thought, but unfortunately forces the face-up to come outside. Easton able to win the draw for the Blades. Oswego looks back in the middle to her. Long shot in, right into the glove of Lorton. She likes those ones. She can see him from 50 feet out, right into the glove.
Not a problem.
At the same time, the Blades like those ones too. Gets them another offensive zone draw, and they're going to get Unit 1 back on the ice.
Yep. Yeah, Lorton's played very well, considering that first goal went in a long time ago.
Yeah, right. Just as the game started.
Another face-off win for the Blades. Played down. Semling back up top for Oswego. Plays it across. Solomon's shot misses wide off the end boards. Semling recovers. She's pressured and tried to hand off to Oswego. It was broken up by Soli, and Soli again leading the charge down the wing. Pass out front was deflected. Chance still good out front, and in good position was Gianna Eckel. Semling through neutral takes the shot. Long rebound, but recovered by Bukovic. She's held off it by Solomon, who recovers along the board, waits for help to come. Anna Pitson able to poke it free and does so again right toward the net. Pitson continues to provide pressure on the forecheck. And a good pinch, this time from Alphen. Blades being aggressive once they got the zone. They're not going to give it up easy. Back in their own end, quick regroup. That pass off the skates for Bowden. Good step up here by Lila Olson. Olson into the zone. She carries deep on the backhand, trying to get it out front, went off the side of the net. Bowden continues to battle. She's pinched against the head board by Abbott. Three bodies on the ice, no arms in the air from our striped wearing friends. Coming free with it are the Eagles. That pass doesn't click, but it does get out to center. So chip back in. Bukovic spins with it, takes a look, finds a player behind the defense, and unfortunately unable to take advantage of the step was Sarah David, just not able to turn it toward the net right at the end of her shift. It was a great look on the stretch. Icing waved off as Easton made an effort for it, and the Eagles kept her from reaching it. Petrie drops it off. Elverkrog along the boards. That's broken up. A shot from Ishak goes wide. Eagles first ones to it on the far side. Spinning shot is going to miss into the near corner. Not a lot on it anyhow. Marissa Peterson trying to get it out and does. Eagles regroup at their own blue line. That pass tips off the stick of Ella Abrahamson. Blades able to chip it back out. And another clean regroup from the Eagles. Attack with numbers at the blue line, but a strong stand by the Blades blue liners to keep them from getting a shot on goal.
Yeah, they did a really nice job of just making sure they clogged that area up so it didn't get any kind of look.
Olivia Reed sends it in off the glass behind the net. Marissa Peterson send it back in deep. Anna Pitson there in front of Ishog. They tie up. Puck comes free. Bernovic gains control, takes a look, finds Semling a shot just over the net on the far side.
Oh, great setup there as well.
Flipped off the blocker that was down, and this one deflected but won't get through. Avery Anderson sends it out front. Between the legs goes Pitson. And Lorton in good position, just sealing the bottom part of the net. Semling off the wall, plays it across, walking in, a shot into the glove for Lorton, and that one she could see all the way, and she definitely wanted to slow things down. A lot of pressure in her defensive end midway through the second period.
Well, that's the thing on that last shot. You have more space, so just keep going in. Go, go, go. Eat up all the ice you can. Get to the top of the circle. You got a better chance of getting a nicer shot. So got to see the ice, take what they give you, and don't settle for way back there if you can keep going forward.
Off the draw, chance on the backhand, and Lorton able to stretch the pad and deny Sid Bernovic.
Good, great save by Lorton to make sure that she didn't let that one in.
Yeah, she's playing well.
Semling stays strong to win the puck. Alfin sweeps it around on the backhand. Bernovic had to wait a little bit, gets it back for Alfin. Alfin circles back to the side, up the boards but not out. Held at the blue line by Abbott, plays it in deep, turned over right back to River Cities, and a one-touch attempt by Pitson didn't make it past the defender, trying to spring.
Penalty.
This is going to go against River Cities. A little too much physicality in front of the net. And the Eagles will get their second chance with the advantage.
Yeah, you always want to be physical.
Semling is going to be called for the check.
Sorry, Joe. You always want to be physical, obviously, when you're especially in front of your own net, but you got to be careful there. Obviously, now they're going to have to fight off another, this time 2-minute power play. Last time they were able to be successful on the penalty kill, fighting off a 5-minute major.
They were, but at the same time, the best chances for the Eden Prairie power play came in the first 30 to 45 seconds.
Well, and one of your best penalty killers is sitting in the box, so that'll be a factor too.
Played up the boards, but not out. Batted away at. Again, not able to get it out. Here's a chance sprung free. Easton pressuring. Short-handed. Abbott gets it turned around, but turns it over. Olivia Pitson gets it back to the Eagle blue line, and Eden Prairie again able to regroup. Elverkrog slows things down, gets a good zone entry along the left side, leaves it there for Peyton Penny, who swings it around. Out of the near corner is Soley. She's held up there, and Bowden will just send it the length of the ice.
Yep, that's what you do right there. Send it, get some fresh bodies out.
Doesn't take a lot to send a puck 200 feet.
No.
But you do have to find a hole. Great pressure coming from Bella Lindquist again. We saw this last time, shorthanded, and here she is just, even if she just wastes this time, that's great penalty killing.
Yep, that's what she
did.
did.
And she and Anna Pitson, same two out there doing the same thing. They're rotating their pressure. They're crossing the ice. They're not giving up anything easy. Force another turnover, and they send it right back in deep. And down to the last 40 seconds of this power play, another turnover. She's just trying to hold it against the boards there. Didn't realize that she had room perhaps and had Pitson charging to the slot. And now your power play for Eden Prairie is dead tired. Yep. Eswegan jamming it back down. And there's not many players on either of these teams that's going to handle number 9 when it comes to physicality. She can't, make sure she doesn't take a penalty.
And there it
but
is.
here she draws one, and that was no doubt solely driving her in. And great pressure, shorthanded from that group for River Cities. And they're going to go 4-on-4 for 11 seconds, and then they will get the abbreviated power play. Interference will be the call.
Yeah, just solid kill for the Blades there. And the fact that they're able to draw that penalty, Jerry, and they're going to have a good portion of a good chunk of it as a skater advantage will be good for the Blades. They're just going to see if they can convert.
Yep, just a nice 1-1 system where they just kept circling and taking turns, looping that forecheck to put the puck where they want it to be, behind the net in a bad position.
Kate Petrie, the one called for the interference, and they will lose one of their better penalty killers. Fresh out of the box, Semling. Here's Bernovic walking in. Her shot deflected up, batted away. Recovered by Pitson, who sends it down deep as Swegan takes a look, backhands it out to June Semling. Top of the circles, shot deflected, and a big save for Lorton. That was a beauty of a play.
That really was, and I don't know how she saw that. It was redirected if she was able to glove it.
Lorton's good. She's been playing very solid.
Yeah, Swegan, a great recovery. Gives it to June and then goes out front, presents her stick, and June skipped it right off the ramp, but Lorton was on to those types of shenanigans and settled it down with the big catching glove. Bernovic to the center of the ice. Couldn't get a shot off. She'll get it to Pitson. Pitson back to Bernovic. Semling got it on the heel, skips away from her down into the corner. Up top, Bernovic through traffic, stick save for Lorton.
Yeah, Lorton will see those all day.
Yeah, she'll be fine with those.
That one wide off the side of the cage. Pitson coming out of the corner up top. Bernovic looks through traffic. That one deflected wide. Bowden tried to redirect, still loose on the side of the net, and the ref blows a whistle for a puck that was never, ever.
It wasn't stopped.
Not even a little.
Nope.
No,
but he was
there. But
he lost track.
Yeah.
Mostly because he didn't skate more than.
It's first game of the year for them too, probably.
You can get to a better angle a little quicker than that without blowing your whistle.
You can, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm nitpicking.
Yeah, you're nitpicking. That's one of our goals. Always be nice to the referees unless they really mess up.
We can't play without them.
That is for sure.
Plays it across. That skips off the toe of the stick of Bella Lindquist. She pressures down low. Recovery by Swegan out to the point. Semling let it get across the blue line.
Yeah, you got to keep your body in front of the blue line there, but that happens. Well, they're getting shots, Howie, but they're not dangerous shots.
No.
They're trying to get tips, and they're just not able to get to the middle. Give Eden Prairie credit. They're keeping them out of the middle.
Right now, they're the Blades out shooting the Eagles by an 8-3 margin.
In this period.
Yeah, in this period. Thank you.
Got a good period. Just need a goal. But
exactly.
As you told me from the scrimmages, they're having a hard time scoring starting the year. So
they are.
They got to keep working on that.
As Swegan trying to sweep it out front, that entry just did not quite work the way they wanted it to. The final 5 seconds of the power play. Semling will gain speed, and she will fire through the neutral zone. Hard to her forehand, circles behind, looking for help. Her pass deflected. Bernovic keeps it in on the backhand. Bernovic gets around Stream, and now she will take it behind. She's on her backhand. Continues to look for help. Tried to bounce it back off the board. No one there. Alfin will sweep it back in for the home squad. 3:40 to go in period number 2. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro, Jerry Grant having fun.
Oh, having fun.
Always.
That's right.
That's right.
2025-26 girls hockey season opener.
Yes, the Three Musketeers.
Heavy on the cheese.
Heavy on the trees.
Alfin pushes it into the zone, cutting across. Peterson almost got it back, just not able to get through the traffic. Alfin had her shot blocked. Elva Krog again. She's been all over the ice for the Eagles.
Yeah, she's a smart player. She does a lot of good things.
Great
Whoa.
opportunity, top shelf goal for Sarah David.
Yeah.
Sarah David, one of the leading scorers coming back from a year ago. She's actually going to play college lacrosse, but that was a beautiful goal. Able to set up in front, a clean look, and fires it topside right.
Yeah, she dangled a couple times, did some stick handling, pulled it around, pulled it in, and then whipped it up in the corner. That was a nice shot.
You can't let good shooters get to good shooting spots without pressure, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Head up, found her way to green light area, and she cashed in.
She sure
Eagles
did.
with their first lead of the contest, exactly 13 minutes into this second period. Mishak gets it turned around. Street down the near boards, out of the reach of it, Sweeten along the end. And it poked off of her stick by Bernovic.
Yeah, got to start moving that biscuit a little quicker.
Pitson able to get it out. She was squeezed off it.
There you
Bernovic
go.
recovers. Great cross ice look. Shot by Semling, and it's just stick to the corner by Lofton.
Yeah. Good off balance there.
Yeah, she didn't get a clean look at it.
Abbott throws it in. Sticked away by Eckel. Ishog waits, one-timer, blocked. Cindy Bernovic, speed through center, fires it in, and to her shift, she'll head to the bench. Pauling waits on the bouncing puck at center ice. Caught from behind, both she and Bowden go down. No call. Blades get it turned around. Again, just a great regroup game for Eden Prairie in their opening outing of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. After giving
Sure.
up that early goal, they've been the aggressor.
Well, and more than that, they've been so clean on their regroups.
Yep.
And if you can recover the puck, regroup and get back on the attack with numbers as quickly as they have all night, they are going to be very dangerous all season.
Yeah, agreed.
This one iced with just over a minute remaining in the second period.
Yeah, they're definitely well coached. They do a nice job moving the puck. They see open players, they move it.
Well, and it's a team that comes in with 16 new players.
Yep, and that's the thing, that you lose a lot. You lose a lot to transfer, and so Coach Persian told me, he says it's really kind of a question mark going into the season to see exactly what we have, but felt this was such a great opportunity to play the Blades in their season opener.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, these two teams have met in the early part of the schedule the last couple of seasons in a row. Last year, it was the season opener for Champlain Park Coon Rapids and the second game of the year for Eden Prairie, with CPCR winning that one by a 5-4 score.
Yeah, it's been close games the last 2 years, both one-goal games, if I remember right.
Good pressure late in the period from the home squad, trying to find the equalizer before the break. Bowden got it into Lindquist. She was tied up. Solely able to gain control for the Eagles. Plays it off the board softly and back to the Blades end. 15 seconds left as Oswego heads up ice, and she's going to get tripped. And the Blades are going to get a penalty that will carry over to the second period.
Yeah, that's got to be one that Coach Persian is just not happy with.
But it's hard to argue.
No.
It was stuck in her skate. And that's unfortunate. You get the poke check.
No
It gets caught in the skate like that, and she let go. Smart move. If that stick swings out and she stays on her feet, you didn't commit a penalty.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. But
she ended up because the stick did come out.
Yeah.
But then she went down. And
not what you want. It's a little extra stick work in the neutral zone at the end of the period.
Shot right at the buzzer. Lorton able to glove it. And the Eagles will go to locker room up 2-1, but the Blades will have 1:58 on the power play to start the third. We'll be back with that action after this on CTN. Winston, nice hands, drives and scores. Picked him off beautifully Back at the Ice Forum in Champlin, CTN's live coverage of this 2025-26 girls high school hockey season opener. The River City's Blades inaugural game since their rebrand, opening the season against non-conference Eden Prairie Eagles. Joe Young along with Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant. The Blades scored 22 seconds into this game. They have not lit the lamp since. The Eagles evened it up still early in the first period, and then it got the go-ahead goal late in period number 2 on a great wrist shot from Sarah David. But the Blades will start this third period with 1:58 on the power play.
Yeah.
They're 0 for 3 so far.
Yeah, they're going to find a way to beat Carly Lorton. She's been very good, Howie.
She's played really well, and you know, she's really stepped up for him here after giving up that first early goal. And the key for the Blades, they're going to have to find a way to get to her.
Push it into the offensive zone right away. Good pressure forces the turnover. Aswegan trying to leave it for Semling out of her reach. Pokes it back to Aswegan. Those two will play a little catch to gain control, settle things down. Bernovic leaves it. Semling is shot. Blocker save for Lorton. Played to the corner and now sent the length of the ice.
There you go. Lorton again, Howie. First shot she sees, she saves it.
And with the Blades being on the power play, they want to see if they can take advantage of this situation. But yeah, when you've got a hot goalie, it makes it that much more difficult.
Semling into the zone. A couple of different pieces changing out for the home squad on the power play. Pass across was out of the reach of Olivia Reed and carried him out of the zone. They've got to set back up. Shot from the point, hit Reed out front. She jams away at it, but Lorton able to scramble and get on top.
Well, again, just putting a shot out on the net and seeing if something can happen. You can try and get that rebound, but Lorton stopped the initial shot, but it didn't rebound very far, and she was able to control it.
Well, the initial shot hit Olivia Reed out front,
Yep.
and she was just smart enough and strong enough to get out, scramble,
Yep.
get on top of it between her feet before she could recover. Good pressure, forces the turnover. Easton then lost it. Elvercrock still just creating problems for the River City squad. Blockers saved to the corner off the long shot from Olivia Reed. Short angle shot knocked away by Lorton.
I think a piece of that got the post.
Alpha going out of the reach of Easton, fired off the boards and out of the zone.
Eden Prairie continues, Howie, to keep the pressure on.
Yep.
Alphen with speed end to end. She'll take the shot, glove save, and the cover.
That was a quick whistle.
It was. She was going to cover it anyway.
Well, still.
They like their quick whistles today.
They do.
Only 3 seconds left on the power play, so Eden Prairie ready to dodge this one.
Well, and the Blades have to be cognizant of that fact to make sure that they don't win a draw and send solely on a breakaway fresh from the box.
That's right.
Bernovic wins the draw. The Swegan one-timer for Semling and a stick save for Lorton. Semling recovers off the boards out front. That was deflected up and out of play. We'll have an offensive zone face-off for the home team.
Okay. Again, the Blades putting pressure on. They're getting shots on net.
But goaltender's up to the task.
Yes, so far.
Well, we're a few minutes into the period, and it still looks a little wet down here in the Blade end.
Yeah, now 0 for 4 on the power play.
Yeah.
By my tally, 14 of their 23 shots have come with the player advantage. Chipping it back in, but Vukovic able to circle, find a little room, gain a little speed. Knocked off her stick. She continues to pressure, turned around by Bernovic. The pass didn't quite click as Semling tried to get it back near side for Anna Pitson. Pitson ties up in the corner with Abbott. Here comes Bernovic. It was poked away from her, but she's able to recover. It's tipped away again. Alphen jumps on it at the blue line. Steps back on her forehand. That shot did not get through the traffic. Knocked down by the captain, Petrie. Turnaround shot by Semling, misses wide, rings around. Alphen at the point. She'll send it to the far corner. River City's finishing their change. Lindquist plays it around behind. Bowden recovers, keeping him bottled up. Shot from the point, misses wide for Spa. Easton gets to it first, back out to Spa. Across for Alphen. Alphen walks in, top of the circles. Shot right into the glove of Lorton.
Yeah, they need to get some more traffic in front of Lorton. She's seeing those pucks with no one in front of her.
Just what I was going to say. Again, this makes it pretty easy for her to get that save. She can see the puck coming right to her glove.
Yeah, 24 shots on, only one by her. She's had a solid game.
Yep.
Another face-off win for the home squad. Coming off the boards, Tessa Bowden. That one deflected out front and missed wide. Abbott plays it along and sent back out to center. Eswegan sends it right back in. She'll get in on the forecheck. Breakout broken up by Bowden. Played back in deep. Lindquist there to pressure Abbott. Abbott able to get it turned back around for the Eagles. Unable to find room up the near board was Abramson, and so they go around the far side. To the line, good sticks in the lane. Breaking up those passes again as Swegan sends it back in deep. Caitlin Easton is there, giving pressure to Evie Dunlop along the end line. Dunlop gets it back. Passing the skates of Abramson. Her pass was behind Pauling all the way back down to the River City's end. And they will circle behind their own net. Long pass ahead. Avery Anderson's shot didn't make it through. Played around by Street. Kept in at the line by Olivia Pitson. Tied up in the corner, 4-player scrum. Kicked free, and Street has it for Eden Prairie. Swings it around. Alpha deep pinch, but it got by her. Here's Buchanan. She has one of the goals tonight. She takes the shot, kicked away by Eckel. Would squeeze along the boards, but Pitson able to force her way through. Olivia Pitson into the zone. She'll take the shot. Missed wide. Off the rebound, a shot off the side of the cage. Chance at a goal, and
Bernovic?
I took a look down at Sydney Bernovic. Scored her second of the season, and this game is tied at 2.
Well, Sydney did a nice job walking out of the corner. The defender let her get that spot. She took the opening, walked in, was able to just wait. And I don't know if that went through the 5-hole, but she was able to finally beat Lorton.
Well, she did a really nice job handling the puck and allowing herself to get that look. And as you mentioned, the defender's just not there stepping up. And you can't do that against a dangerous player like Sid Bernovic. And we are tied at 2.
Credit to her for seeing that and taking advantage, jumping right into the opening.
Yep.
David able to get it back out into the neutral zone, then turns it over. Bernovic trying to battle around some pressure on the far side. Again, pressure forces a turnover, but this time it's going to lead to a penalty. It's going to be the second infraction of the game for June Semling, this time called for the elbow.
Yeah, again, you get one of your best players off the ice here, and just after you get a little momentum, you're out shooting the opponent 2-1.
Elbowing, we don't see that very
No.
often, but got to keep those arms down in any contact.
But again, you're just trying to create pressure. You're trying to build off that momentum, and the pressure is the key to what has paid off for him so far. Led to the turnover in the zone that Bernovic turned into her second goal of the game. Good face-off win. They have been great on the face-off all night.
Yeah.
Lindquist fires this down, and Bernovic, first one there. Bernovic trying to burn some time along the end line. Eagles get the numbers, come away with the puck. Petrie into the zone along the left wing. Pressured by Solomon in behind. Leaves it there. They'll play it behind for Elva Krog again. Up top, Petrie. Petrie from the left point takes that shot. Deflected wide by Solomon. Recovered by Soley. She's pressured, coughs up the puck. This one's knocked down. How is that not a high stick?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He immediately waved it off. He's closer than I am, but it sure looked like it was over her shoulders. But actually, for the Blades' purposes, that may be better because the clock doesn't stop. More time comes off the penalty to Zemlik. Pass intercepted and turned right around out of the reach of Easton. Easton still with it, battling with Petrie. And now Petrie's going to get called for interference. Because she stepped in front purposefully to prevent Easton from getting to it. So we're going to play 4-on-4 for 41 seconds, and then River Cities is going to have the short power play. Petrie arguing her case, and that is not going to
win.
help, and I believe that's her second.
And she's going to be playing at St. Olaf next year, Jerry.
She is.
Yep.
Okay. Well, sometimes you don't win, and if you talk too long, you really lose. You
Yep.
get 10 to top it off.
Yep.
So you have a nice long
That happened to you a
rest.
lot? Did that happen to you a lot back
Never,
in the day?
Never.
No?
I didn't mouth off.
You never mouthed off?
Never.
How come you do it all the time to me?
Well, I'm making up for lost time.
So both teams with one of their top players in the bench for the second time tonight. Backhander through the blue paint for Elfin. Kept in at the line by Olivia Reed. Back the other way comes David. She had the second for Eden Prairie. Nearly able to walk right into that high-scoring area again. Abbott keeps it into the blue line. Buchanan gets turned around. That one's deflected away by Elfin. Good stick. Buchanan through the top of the crease, far side. Ishak fires, the save made. Semling out of the bench, and that's going to be icing.
Yeah. Too bad.
That's okay. They get the right pieces on. 1:10 to go on their now fifth power play of the night.
Yeah. Well, they need to light one up on the power play here. You can't go 0 for 5.
The Eagles are now 0 for 3. They did not have a shot on the power play. Again, thanks to the heavy pressure from the Blades penalty kill. Bernovic in the corner. Streed pressures her behind the net. Pass handcuff, pits in a little bit, bounces free, and Bukovic sends it back in deep.
Yeah, smartly just push it back down there and let's
Streed's
make
going
them.
to get there first, but
Gotta make the passes.
one away by Bernovic. Bernovic has room down the left wing, will take it. Set up along the boards there. Pressure finally comes. She'll swing it in deep. Bowden will get there for the Blades. The shot is blocked, and here's a race. Street is going to get there first. Bernovic gets back to get the good zone. Great stick. And the follow through, they're going to get her for the trip or the hold, and that's tough.
That's tough.
Made contact with the puck first.
Well, she did. She poked it away before she made any contact with her, but that's unfortunate. Just trying to make a play, obviously, prevent it.
Oh, she made a great play.
Yeah, trying to make a play, preventing anything going in on the net, and she got caught.
Yeah, good play up to the point of taking the puck, but after that, again, then the referee said it was a hold. Well, a lot of penalties all of a sudden.
A lot of penalties.
With 8 minutes left in
Well,
the
and
game,
that's
going to change the complexion.
And that's one. I'm a little bit of a homer, but that's one you can let go.
I think so. I think so too.
The play was over at that point.
I totally agree with you.
Neither of those players was going to factor into the play at all once Bernovic had knocked the puck off her stick. So I think you could have let it go and chalked it up to a great back check effort and a smart play by Bernovic, but good pressure by Street too, shorthanded to get in and force her to take that penalty. David into the zone, stops up, penalty is over to Petrie, so a power play for the Eagles. This one sent back out, fresh onto the ice. To receive that is Streed. She will send it in deep. I'm sorry, it was Soley, I think, that forced the penalty, not Streed. Either way, it was a great play. This one played out, not a lot on it. Ishak steps up to keep it away from Avery Anderson. Player down in the offensive zone, so they got to wait for her to tag up. Blades an opportunity to send it all the way down, and here's Semling, short-handed. Down the boards, hauled down by Abbott, and here comes another 4-on-4.
Well,
See, Jerry, you just started talking about how many penalties there were here, and there's another one.
Yes, that's a lot of penalties.
A lot of penalties.
And this one for Abbott, I mean, when you see number 21 coming down, you've dealt with her all night. You know how dangerous she is. She gets that poke past you, and you know you can't let her get past you.
Yeah.
You know, the thing for Eden Prairie in a tight game, it just alleviates that skater advantage. And now it'll give the Blades here in 50 seconds an opportunity with an extra skater.
Yeah.
Well, it's really destroying their power play percentage numbers because they're getting all these abbreviated power plays.
Right.
At the same time, the Eagles failed to score on a 5-minute major in the first period. So here we go, 4-on-4 again. Third time we've played some 4-on-4 hockey in this contest. And again, it comes with a couple of top players on the bench.
Slasheroo.
And now it's going to be 4-on-3 as Oswego had it knocked out of her hands. That's another one of those penalties, Jerry, that has really evolved over the years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Years ago, that would be you should really hold on to your stick.
Hold your stick tighter. Yeah.
Yep.
Now if it drops out or breaks in half, I can see the breaking in half.
Yep.
Well, and that happens so often. These sticks are not made like
they're not
tree
made out of
trunks
tree
that we
trunks.
carried.
Yeah. Yeah, they break pretty easy if you slash them real hard.
Not like the old Northland.
Not like the old North Howie. How do you know where the
I know.
Isn't that great?
How about Howie with a digging deep
that's
reference?
A nice
Northland.
Old Northland. They were solid sticks.
Yeah.
They were Minnesota made along
Yep.
with.
And they sure hurt when somebody whacked
Did you
them.
use
Along
them?
with
Did
the
you use them,
Christian
Joe? Did you
USA.
use Northland stick back in
I
the day?
probably had a Northland or two. I certainly had a lot of Christian
Yeah.
sticks.
Yeah,
We
Christian
had
too was also very
Christian,
popular, I remember.
Sherwood.
Yeah.
I was Sherwood
Yeah.
in high school. Sherwood was my game stick, and we had Christian sticks for practice sticks because we got to buy the case. But
Ho-hos were kind of nice. They had a lot of different curves on them.
Well,
Knives.
and you remember the Titans?
The Titan.
Titan was
Remember the Titan?
it was, and the bending branches. Those two I remember just being. They were so heavy.
They were heavy.
And that
They
what we
really
use.
hurt.
Well, and nowadays, I mean, in comparison, the how light the sticks are today is just amazing.
Oh, I know. They're like
So we'll play 4-on-3 for 20 seconds, and then we'll have 5-on-3 for a minute-ish. No, about 30 seconds. Tip out front right on. Lorton is there for the save. Backhand is not going to get out of the zone.
Well, this is an opportunity for the Blades to really take charge here.
Semling is shot, and another blocker save, and we have a whistle, and
goalie interference.
I'm not
Something
sure.
flew out and was on
I
the
think,
ice there.
Well, Lindquist's
Lindquist,
stick
yeah.
came free, and I don't know what that whistle was for, to be honest.
Oh, well.
Okay. So whistle.
1 second away from Bernovich's return, and then it will be a 5-on-3 for a minute 10. And that clear is not going to get the job done. Bowden will get everybody organized. Bernovich, a quick shot. That misses wide.
She whistled that one.
Oswego back up top. Semling. One-timer. That's high.
Yep.
Rings around. Bernovich hustles over. Keeps it in the zone. You've got her over there again. 5-on-3. They're going to feed number 21. Walks in. Fans on it. Bernovich able to recover. Gives it right back to her. Semling. This time hit the side of the net. Blades able to recover. Wraparound chance for Bowden. They're looking.
Let's see where
They're
the puck
looking.
is.
And it's
No.
on the goal. What a save, Lorton. Able to
got
get
there.
the toe over
Lorton.
and squeeze it tight. Tessa Bowden.
She's been a
Cut
star
off.
tonight.
He's the number one star in my mind. If we did something.
Lorton? Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
He will go.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll just do it for the CTN star of the star of the
Well,
But
game.
Sid Bernovic.
No,
what
I'm not
a-
saying
what a
depending who it
great-
is.
What a great start to her senior
Yes.
campaign. Couple of goals. Out to the top. Here's Bernovic walking in. Semling, a blast, misses wide. Bernovic, 15 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Bernovic the shot. Lorton knocks it down. Semling recovers. That shot, another save.
Oh, and they got out muscled. Oh, good job.
Oh,
Good
great
hold
job.
by Bernovic. A tip out front, but it doesn't get through. The penalty to Abbott is over. It's 5-on-4. 20 seconds left of that advantage.
That's unfortunate. Hey, give credit to the Eagles doing a good job of killing this off.
Shot by Semling, saved. Long rebound, cleared the length of the ice.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like they killed it off. That's quite the kill. They're
Yeah,
gonna
it is.
get some energy.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
Unofficially 10 power play shots in this period
There's a
for
check.
the home team. They're not,
How's that?
the stone has evaporated.
Yeah.
We're done calling penalties. 4 minutes left in a tie game, unless it's really
blatant.
egregious.
Yeah.
Anna Pitson out of the corner on her backhand. She stood up by Street, coughs up the puck.
Oh, my.
Played indirect, long skate. Opportunity into deep. Tried really short angle shot. Alphin sweeps it out to center ice. Penny will send it back to the blue line. And that should be icing, but it was
Yeah.
touched.
There you go. Move that puck.
Long pass, Anna Pitson waits. Gets it ahead for Peterson. Peterson in tight. Lorton another blocker save. This one played off the glass out to center.
Yep.
Tie up along the near boards. Swept in deep by Avery Anderson. She gives chase. Ties up with Abbott along the end board. Coming in to get it free is Peterson. She's pinched to the boards by Streed. Kicking it free, Anderson. She's taken down, but again, it's a tie game. We've used up our penalties allotted for this period, so we'll play on unless it's really bad. That I was going to say really egregious, but that one was pretty egregious. She tackled her along the end boards. 3 minutes left. A blocked shot. Blades don't let it get out of the zone, and now Bernovic fresh on the ice. Captures the loose puck, trying to catch him in transition. That shot is blocked. Penny's going to feel that one as she favors her right arm. She's still digging away at it. Semling in, trying to break it free. Those two go to the mat. A little bit of a wrestling match. Semling a little late to the neutral zone. Numbers into the zone for Eden Prairie.
Oh,
I guess they didn't really put the whistle
I guess they're definitely used up their allotment. Just take a dive at her.
That was one of the biggest hits you'll see in the girls' game.
For sure.
Oh,
He definitely had numbers there.
Yeah, and Bernovic was cocked and loaded, ready to fire the one-timer.
Oh,
They just
gotta
couldn't
get
get
that
it
puck
through
up.
to her. Alphin fighting through it, able to win it back. Lindquist gets it to Bowden right at center ice. Bowden to Easton into the zone. Easton had it tipped away, still battling for it. Bowden able to recover. Skates behind, trying to cut out front and poke it home.
Oh,
Lorton
another
again
save.
just seals up the bottom
Good
part of
idea.
the net so well.
Yeah,
You
go
are
high on her.
you're going to have to score up top.
Even though Bernovic did beat her on that walkthrough that one time low. So just got to keep shooting. I mean, when you enter the game saying we're going to outshoot them 33 to 14, you're
should-
probably pretty happy. about
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would think so, and you would think it wouldn't be a 2-2 tie at that point, but
it. But you're running the hot goalies. You got to find
Yep.
a way to beat them. Because this is what happens in the playoffs later in the year.
Exactly.
You run
Well,
into hot
it's a great
goalie,
test
you
for both
dominate,
teams.
You got to find a way to
Yep.
get that next goal.
oh,
Yep, and a couple of great scoring opportunities on that 5-on-3, and they were denied by impeccable saves by Miss Lorton. And another penalty that would have been pretty easy to call, but again, not in a tie game in the final couple of minutes, under 90 seconds. Here, Abbott, pressured by Easton. Easton comes away with it. Easton gets it back, sweeps it, tries to get it to the net. She's taken to the ice by Abbott. Vukovic able to get it out to Buchanan at center. Buchanan sends it in. That's sent toward the board by Eckel. Blades back to center. Anna Pitson cutting across to her forehanded shot. And that one just missed wide. Bernovic jumps on it out of the corner under a minute to go. Swegan can't control. She's held up there, and that's a hook on any given night, except tonight. Shot through traffic. Big rebound. Backhand chance by Swegan. 2 back-to-back saves by Lorton, and it's kicked back up top. Across to Semling. Semling back to Bernovic. In between the circles. Her goal! She's got the hat trick! And the Blades have a 3-2 lead.
Wow.
With just 30 seconds left in this third period.
Well, Bernovic was able to get herself into that spot where you don't want to see an open player right in the middle.
Wow, that's
spot.
just huge.
And there's just some traffic in front of Bernovic, and she was not able to see that one, and it got by her on the high side. A very nice goal.
And Eden Prairie will take a timeout with 29.8 seconds left in this contest.
You talk about coming through clutch in the last few seconds. Boy, I'll tell you, just a nice look out in front, and she made him count.
Yeah, Sid has had a great game
Yes.
tonight, and she caps it off, a hat trick, and it should be a game winner in the season opener. That's exactly what she wanted to do.
Well, as we said, Holly, you got to keep shooting at Lorton.
Well, yeah.
She's on her game, but you never know.
Exactly.
That was top shelf.
Yeah.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah.
Grandma keeps the cookies.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. Look at it.
I like
Little
cookies.
Screen, plus she popped into that area and shot quickly. She didn't waste any time.
No, she did not.
And I don't know how often, this is a young Eden Prairie team. I don't know how often teams are going to allow those two players to have as much space as they did on that particular play. We've seen a number of one-time opportunities for Semling from the top of that right circle in this period, and she's missed wide a couple of times. I thought she was going to take the shot. Wisely just gave it back to Sid. Sydney, to her credit, again, head up, saw she had room. She took a couple of steps to get to the top of the circles, and a wicked wrister to the top shelf.
Beautiful shot.
Completes the hat trick.
Well, it was a good timeout by Eden Prairie, but also because they need to know when to pull the goalie, but also for the Blades.
As soon as you get control,
get an
you're down to
opportunity
30
for them.
seconds. They're going to play it in deep, unfortunately, for the Eagles. Means they had to give up possession. Held at the line by Ishog.
Get it on the wall and eat the clock. No, all you got to do.
Alfred trying to do just that. A centering. And it just popped over the stick of Soli. Soli went back to her forehand and it jumped over it. She was all alone. 2 feet top of the circle, and that puck bounced over her stick, or we would have been tied again.
Yeah,
well, and I would have been eating my words that it was a game-winning goal.
And we don't want that.
Well, it's not over until the final horn, right, Howie?
That's right, and the Blades did a really nice job of Blades did a really nice job of coming back and winning it at the end there, but it's not for lack of shots on net, and you run it, as you mentioned, you run into a hot goalie, and it can get you in a situation. You beat that hot goalie with 30 seconds left, and it's not much left for that.
It's a character builder, right?
As a defensive squad, and it was late, and they were at the end of a shift.
Yeah.
But you can't let the other team's 2 top players have that much room in your offensive zone.
And they might be a little tired, a little slow-footed.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
When she got the puck initially there, she had time to take count of all the people on the ice, have a little lunch, think about what she wanted to do, and then she went back to Sid, and Sid had time to receive the puck, take a look, see that extra ice. She took advantage of it, and what a game for her. What a great game for her to start her senior year.
Eden Prairie played very well. I was impressed with their passing and their structure.
Yeah, they look good.
The Blades, they skated very well. They showed they got blades on those feet. They were moving.
And you definitely got to give props to the Eden Prairie netminder, just a sophomore, if we didn't talk about that enough, but she finishes with 34 saves in this contest.
Yeah, that's an impressive to get your first start for a new squad, and again, just as Joe mentioned, just a sophomore, so a lot of room to build and grow. But pretty good first blush, pretty nice job. Only saw the 14 shots, but however, she was able to stop 12 of them.
And And a pretty good start for the CTN crew. What a contest. A lot of back and forth action. A lot of interesting calls and or non-calls. And in the end, it's a River Cities win. They win 3-2 behind a hat trick by senior captain Sydney Bernovic. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank him for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant, I'm Joe Young saying goodnight.